to Dark Match. This is the week of April 7th, 2012. It's the WWE show for this week. I'm the match striker of Dark Match, Megafighter 3, and with me,
I'm Christopher Says Dark Match is Mastodon on the Monotone, and we're hot off the heels of WrestleMania.
And I'm Tiefus, and I goddamn will never get over Talia Al Ghul's ass.
And I am Iron Bite Dash, and this is What's Iron Sheik tweeting now? Yeah.
So how far different from you is he related?
We're not related at all.
But you both have iron in your name.
Okay, moving on. Anyways, Three Stooge movie much better if the movie have all the Jewish people beating the fuck out of the Mel Gibson at the same time. Hashtag Team Shecky.
The fuck is this Shecky stuff?
I don't know. I guess he's trying to go. Yeah, there's the C Nation and Team Bring It. Well, there's Team Shecky.
Team Sheiky.
Team
That's Sheeky?
Sheeky.
That's weird. Like the one because it looks like Shecky, and the first thing that comes to mind is Kevin Smith's dog.
I don't know, and I really don't care because it's the Iron Sheik, and no, we're not related at all. Just because we have the word iron in our names.
Now my world just doesn't make any sense.
Well, I'm sorry your world doesn't make any sense. Go stare at Talia Al Ghul's ass some more.
Done and done.
And just remember who her father is, and he will kill you.
Yeah, but then I'll just revive him just to kill him again.
She is for the detective only.
At least it gets a free res. But yeah, we have our WWE Raw once again hot off the heels of WrestleMania, and the first thing they focus on is the fallout from Team Johnny versus Team Teddy feud. Go on.
Okay, I'm going to tell you guys this. Going into WrestleMania, I didn't care about Team Johnny versus Team Teddy, and I still don't care about who's running the damn show because, frankly, I think they both suck, especially Teddy Long and his. Tonight, you will go one-on-one with the Oh, he's not here. With Randy Orton, player.
Yeah. I mean, that's why he's leaving, I guess. Like, his kind of thing has gotten stale. Now we get to have John Laurinaitis and him being the devil. Like, there's still
you're gonna go one-on-one with the Undertaker, player!
Because I'm Mr. Excitement!
Yeah, and sometime during the year, he'll get a tracheectomy and he'll have a Kane voice box.
Yeah.
Oh God, why am I laughing? John Laurinaitis basically addresses everything.
You are a tasteless bastard, and you think this kind of thing is funny.
Okay.
Yes, we are.
I'll accept that. Johnny Ace basically talks about how things are going to change around here, and he addresses everyone saying the first thing I'm going to book is a three-way U.S. title match between Santino Marella, Dolph Ziggler, and Jack Swagger.
That's not a that's not a triple threat match there, Johnny. That's a handicap match. Just so you know.
And to show you, to compare all this to like basically like a classroom scene, like the rebellious class clown gets up CM Punk and he's like, I speak for the fans, I speak for everyone in the locker room.
Well,
whether or not you're the GM, you're still a giant toolbox.
Yeah, and this gets him a match with Mark Henry.
Yep. Fucking good match with Mark Henry.
I know. We'll talk about that when we get to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and this is the start of a new era, the power to the people era.
No. It's called the People Power era.
Oh, the People Power. Okay, People Power.
I don't know where that comes from.
Jeez, where's your A game at? Come on.
I know that it's a buzzword that someone's using. I forgot who exactly is using that these days, but
probably Ron Paul.
But the reference is lost on me. So we have our Nickelback video.
Coming out tonight.
Yeah, John Laurinaitis apparently is singing it. Michael Cole welcomes us, and the first person we get out is Rock, and the millions and millions go crazy.
And the million.
The millions.
So basically, The Rock gives his sort of I respect Cena. He brought it like
No.
in
Time
my
out here.
world the
Time
best
out
way to
here.
bring it.
Okay. The Rock says, "Oh, I respect John Cena." Hasn't the past month or the past month to 2 months has been The Rock basically saying, "I hate you, John Cena. I cannot respect anything you've ever."
Basically, he expected that he'd not be much competition for him in the ring, and he was going to prove like how much of a little bitch John Cena is. But since he took him through quite a long match, he took him through like a good amount of time. He respects him. He, as he says, he bought it like never before, and like he was kind of feeling a little bit unconfident when he was in the STF. Not in those words, but he was heading in that direction.
He said that they should rename it the Jesus, This Really Hurts.
Oh yeah. I seem to remember he starts dancing in the middle of the ring, and then he's like, no, stop dancing. Doing some like weird self-aware stuff.
Yeah.
But
Apparently Rocky wants to be WWE champion, and this starts the first of the yes chants.
oh yes,
Yes.
I can't.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
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 I just can't.
Also, yes.
I can't get enough of that shit.
I just can't.
In case anyone didn't realize from watching Raw, Daniel Bryan pretty much benefited the most from losing in 18 seconds.
That is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. I have never seen a point where squashing someone so quickly and so decisively turns him face.
We'll see. It's because like from the people who were actually in the crowd in Miami that Sunday, they wanted to see his match. They were fans of him. They knew he was going to put on a good match for them, and they knew how much bullshit it was for him to get screwed out of even that kind of showcase.
Yeah, but you know what? The thing is, this was Miami. This was they were doing this in front of a crowd of basically people who had watched WrestleMania. Now next week they're going to DC, and I'm going to tell you guys this: DC isn't much of a smart crowd. So we'll see
You
if
never
this
know.
continues. Okay,
They could have still taken it after the example. They may have been just as mad about it. Who the hell knows?
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything about my hometown.
I do agree with you that it may not be as widespread and as lasting a phenomenon, but we shall see. Like they are already having like putting a new yes shirt for pre-order on WWEshop.com. So,
Sarah, look for it. Find that shit.
but like I guess amid this, we'll mention every single time these yes chants break out, which is pretty much in every segment.
Right.
But at the end of The Rock's promo, he basically says that he's gonna, after walking down the aisle at WrestleMania, had a rush of nostalgia. He had the best feeling in the world that he's ever had, and next time he walks down the aisle, he's gonna be the WWE champion. Fuck.
No, son, no. Sorry, Rocky. Just go back to Hollywood. Make another Tooth Fairy movie. Anyways, guys,
One thing we don't need, yeah.
we've got ourselves a WWE United States Championship match that works. It's basically it is Santino versus Team Cougar, and
Cougar Coalition.
the Cougar Coalition, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a great match, and then they start teasing. They are definitely trying to tease the breakup of the Cougar Coalition.
But who's gonna be the face out of all this? Because I mean, from the indications I got, it's Dolph Ziggler, and
Yeah, and we'll talk about Dolph Ziggler what he does in a minute.
but nonetheless, like my God, Santino looked incredible in this match. Like they're
Oh,
finally
yeah.
starting to beyond like the Cobra stuff, like the sort of hip tosses, the split stunner and stuff like that. He did this really sick suplex. Like it looked like a Saito kind of thing. I forgot
Yeah, I
what it
think
was
that's
too,
what
but
you
like
It was impressive.
Yeah,
And that's like pretty much his background. If he starts really becoming a more serious competitor, I'll definitely welcome that.
Oh yeah.
I would love to see a kind of a bipolarness with the Santino character. Outside of the ring, he's all, I love I do all this goofy crap. I'm kind of like Eric Young, but not as retarded.
The John Cena.
And also, like that's basically like El Generico, where
Right.
you know where he stands in terms of like his personality, like where he's not really that serious, but like he could show up like hell in the ring.
Right, and then in the ring, he's like this master ring technician. Anyways, Santino wins with the Cobra on Swagger, and after the match, something interesting happens.
Oh yes. Basically, they're about to threaten him. Like Santino's on the apron, so he's like, "What's over there?" And they look. He runs away. Swagger and Ziggler are in hot pursuit when Brodus Clay comes to the ramp and basically acts as a large battering ram statue.
Dolph
Swag-
Ziggler, for whatever reason, charges Brodus Clay, and Brodus Clay just rhino headbutts him down the ramp, and Swagger looks down at him, looks at Brodus, and goes, "Nah, I'm good, and drags Ziggler away. Which we get a dance party, but with Santino. But you know what? That was okay. I actually liked watching that.
Yeah, I mean Ziggler, of course, sold it like he was a body in Dead Space.
Yeah, he sold it. He sold it like he was a rag doll, and this was any Fallout game, or
like Ziggler always does. And of course, like I even though I'd never like to see people just like take stark bumps on that ramp.
Yeah.
That's just the way Ziggler is, though. He'll turn it up a notch any night of the week.
Yeah. I just know that's not taking the best toll on his. Like he should save that kind of thing for pay-per-views. But as long as he's getting himself over and getting.
Hey, he did take a sick bump like that at the pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm. But Swagger's about to like start charging, but he ends up not attacking when he sees what happens to Ziggler.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
Brodus Clay just so huge, so massive. And it's nice I want to see him in more than just squash matches. So teaming it up with Santino might be the best thing for him.
Right.
Might put some life in the tag team division. It
Yeah, and
desperately needs
there's
it.
something else coming up that I think would be great for Brodus. But before we get to that, Brodus brings out Cameron Lynn and Naomi, and they begin dancing. And Santino, in my opinion, is a better dancer than Brodus.
To be fair,
got a rug.
To be fair, my sleeping cat is a better dancer than Brodus Clay.
I know.
Yeah, you might be right, but yeah, Santino was like busting out like Fozzie's sort of iteration of like those Russian dances. He was throwing out the Carlton at one point.
Yeah,
he was able to integrate all of it well.
Is the Funkasaurus stomp? Hey guys, A-Train's back.
Yeah, and he's acknowledged. He's not.
I refuse to call him by that name.
Yeah, I don't like it either. That was one of the stupidest fucking things ever.
Oh god.
Yeah, he's Lord Tensai now.
Lord Tensai. Oh my god.
Tensai meaning disaster.
And what a disaster.
In Japanese. I like it.
He looked pretty good.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying that he wasn't good in the ring. I'm just saying that for what we got, it was quite a disaster that hit Alex Riley.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It didn't make Alex Riley look good, but
poor Alex Riley.
But it's a squash match. Of note, he comes out with his servant Sakamoto from FCW fame. Well, I don't know about fame. He was there for like maybe he came there 3 months ago, and also Michael Cole actually he put over the fact that he used to be in the WWE and then he left, sojourned to Japan, and completely changed his image and changed his way of life. Although he didn't mention him as Albert or A-Train or whatever, they did on their website after his debut. So,
yeah,
interesting that they're acknowledging that.
Yeah, it was actually interesting that they did tell us that, hey, this guy used to work for us. He left, or actually, I think he was fired. I can't remember what. Went to Japan, got over huge with in Japan. Shaved his back, got a whole bunch of neat-looking tattoos, and well, now he's back in the WWE. And I want to congratulate Matt Bloom on the most unconvincing Twitter attempting to
Yeah.
swerve fans.
He's like, no, not true. I
No,
didn't sign with him.
It's not true, damn it.
my wife just had a baby. So wait. You signing with the WWE equals my wife just had a baby.
I'm guessing he's trying to think like, Chris Jericho, he used to do that all the time. I should be like him and just like say on Twitter, no, I'm not with the WWE at all. I'm not
Oh,
returning.
now I am. This match though was quite a disaster for Alex.
Yeah, it was a squash as you'd expect. The bell rings and Albert just fucking whams him with this spinning back elbow. Um, his offense was very very deliberate, very slow, and very sort of, I guess you could say, methodical. I thought it was a little bit awkward, but like he could definitely got his point across. Like all these headbutts, all these this like pretty huge suplex and a splash, a senton,
Oh yeah,
and
that's
he does his old Albert finish, like the sit out power bomb.
Ronaldo bomb. And ref calls for the bell because Alex Riley is out. That doesn't end there because Tensai mists his own hand and then chloroforms Riley with this very vicious iron claw across his knee submission finisher.
Yeah, that the mist was kind of weird just because he it was like clear mist. Like I don't see that very often.
Wait. We know what green mist does. We know what red mist does. We even know what black mist does. What does clear mist do?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I mean, again, not much against this. Like very promising. We'll be glad to see more of it. And as I said before, I think a great feud, or as I hinted at before, I think a great feud would be Lord Tensai versus Brodus Clay.
Yes, just yeah.
Like these two big guys who themselves have a pretty good like in-ring arsenal, and of course like the difference between sort of personas, like the difference between tone of style.
Right, yeah. I mean, you got on the one hand, you got Brodus Clay, this fun-loving, dancing, kind of a buffoon,
And
but can move really quickly in the ring. I mean, he moves at least what a man his size could move at least twice. And then you got Lord Tensai, who is just this no nonsense, gets down to business, will kill you in an instant style.
Intimidating motherfucker.
yeah, and not only that, but Brodus is almost a reflection of Albert's past, like the sort of stuff with like Too Cool and the
Remember Hip Hop
like
Hippo?
bunctious like Testin Albert and stuff like that.
TNA. I
So
remember
hey,
the original TNA.
we might see a return of the hairy chested guy. Ooh, on second thought I wouldn't.
Yeah,
But,
no.
Let's keep Lord Tensai. Anyways, guys, it's now clobbering time, and did anybody expect this to be a good match?
I don't know. You could always expect something good out of CM Punk, and fuck, it delivered. He delivered really good, especially considering this wasn't the longest match. And also he made Mark Henry look excellent.
Yeah,
Just for he fucking put that guy over like nobody's business. He was selling throughout, like just completely dire, like every single strike that Mark Henry delivered to him.
I mean we've said a lot about Mark Henry over the past year about how he's finally come into his own, but lately it's been like, I don't really care about what I'm doing.
Who, Mark Henry?
Yeah, Mark Henry.
Well, see, the thing about that is that like he's been in and out of like injuries or like just hurt parts, and they're still making him work. and it's kind of made him suffer. I mean, he dropped off from being a pretty dominant world heavyweight champion, and of course, like his first in 15 years to like again just
Being
kind of
what
shambolic and not really his fault. But like Punk put him the fuck over. Like one of my favorite moments was like he had him in a bear hug, like for quite a while. He was wrenching him in there, and Punk like eventually elbows him, and Mark Henry like buckles just enough for Punk to DDT his ass. Like that was
Yeah, that was amazing.
it's how you do like a big guy versus small guy kind of thing.
Yeah.
And oh yes, this is one of the other vehicles for the crowd to completely go nuts with the yes chants. Is like every time Punk was getting in offense, they were chanting yes, and every time Mark Henry was doing something, they were chanting no. And the best moment, in my opinion, was when Punk, and he's been using this quite more recently. He busts out Kenta Kobashi's machine gun chops, and so the crowd is just going yes, 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 yes. Like it was a quite a thing to hear. It was awesome. This was a great run in terms of the crowd.
Yeah, it was. Finish, on the other hand, okay, I see what they're doing here. They're continuing the CM Punk Jericho feud. Anyways, I halfway expected Chris Jericho to pop out of nowhere and get Mark Henry DQ'd or get CM Punk DQ'd or something. But Punk connects with two high knees to the into the corner, and as he's going for the bulldog, Mark Henry just throws him to the outside of the ring, and we
Pretty
get a
huge. Like I mean,
oh yeah, those were some huge high knees. And then after Mark Henry is told, you won, but you're not champion, he goes to the outside, and I halfway expected him to just fold Punk up around the ring post. Instead, he hits the world's strongest slam on the outside.
right.
And this brings out John Laurinaitis with his apprentice, David Otunga. And basically,
Yeah.
hey, CM Punk, just so you know, I see dark clouds on your horizon.
Woohoo!
This brings out Chris Jericho, and in what I have to say, this promo that he cuts is both at the same time really, really dark, and then gets really, really funny.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. And there's a great way of integrating like Jericho's before and after tweets of this. Very interesting notes, but go on.
Basically, Chris Jericho is keeping up the same things he said before WrestleMania. How CM Punk comes from this really bad home. How his dad is is an alcoholic. How his sister's a pill popper, and his mom is a combination of the two. And however, I told you that I'm gonna. We had such a classic match at WrestleMania that deserves a drink, and I'm gonna help you take your very first drink. Newsflash. Never mind. Um, Jericho grabs a bottle of whiskey, which apparently they just keep at ringside for, okay, let's say King. Basically forces it down Punk's throat, then goes in for a couple punches, and then goes in and grabs a second bottle and tells him Punk, well, you shouldn't drink too much, and it's pretty obvious that this bottle was at least gimmick because he just barely flexes his hand and it just
Shatters
explodes.
his hand.
Yeah, it shatters in his hand before it can even connect with Punk. So there's all this Pepsi, because I'm pretty sure that you wouldn't wait whiskey.
Oh,
I
there
don't
was
know.
that fucking CM Punk is not the kind of like he's not the kind of uptight guy that basically they're like, oh, we're gonna have a promo where we like pour whiskey on you or beer on you or whatever, and he's like, no, it must not touch me. That's bullshit.
No, no, no. I'm just saying. I just want to say that that's Pepsi, because why would you waste good whiskey or even bad whiskey on something like this?
I guess you're
But
right.
It's
Chris
either
Jericho,
Pepsi or tea.
it was whatever the liquid. It was a dark liquid, whatever it was.
In terms of like the breakaway bottle, fuck it, it had the right effect and it had a really good noise behind it.
Definitely did. But as I said, this promo was pretty damn dark until Chris Jericho slipped trying to kick.
Yeah,
CM.
yeah. He starts kicking him
At
And
that
like right after he kicks him, he just goes whoop, like and right on the floor.
and then he tweeted afterwards, "I didn't slip, you idiots. I was imitating drunk CM Punk."
Yeah, that's brilliant. That's like that's the perfect way to sort of
CM
troll
drunk.
people.
You didn't even need to tweet that. But Jericho's the kind of guy who's probably in the back with a couple of beers, looking at that footage, going, "You know what? I'm going to tweet about this.
Yeah, I could just be a douche and make up for it.
Yeah, I'm going to make up for that because it's hilarious." So we got Sheamus.
Yeah. No, but I will say that right after WrestleMania, Jericho tweeted, he's like, "Oh, I feel like I've been hit by a truck, but I guess I should have expected that. The better man won." So I guess he like his megalomania just kind of infected him like in the middle of the day, and he reconsidered.
Yeah.
Okay,
Anyway,
I'll take it.
comes out, and this brings out Alberto Del Rio.
Yeah, and by the way, Sheamus is getting booed.
Yeah, Sheamus is getting booed. Sheamus gets booed even before he begins to explain what happened at WrestleMania. So immediately somebody's going, "Okay, send out Del Rio. We got to redo this promo real quick right now." Why is he getting? Go ahead, Megafighter, because I
It's
think
like poor Sheamus. Poor Sheamus.
Yeah, yeah, Sheamus and Del Rio. It's funny when Del Rio's talking, like the crowd doesn't really buy him as fucking confronting Sheamus either. They really don't buy this at all. Like they want Daniel Bryan. They're chanting for him. They're chanting yes. But when Del Rio gets on the mic, they change to C.
yeah, this is
Wonderful.
why I said that they did this Raw in the right place. They did it in front of a smart crowd who is able, who probably wants to control the WWE. I mean, when you do a play, when you have the crowd chanting yes, 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 ad infinitum for the guy you're trying to put over as your heel, you did something either right or wrong. And then when they switch to CCC, um, yeah,
They're just kind of shitting on it.
yeah,
And amid all this, like again, you're hearing them cut a promo against each other, and you can't take any of it seriously because of the crowd.
yeah,
Like they're just not behind this at all. Del Rio is talking, and his mic cuts off, and you almost wonder if that really is a botch. Like if they really if like someone in the production truck was sort of fiddling trying to mute the crowd noise, and they accidentally cut off one of the mics. But he asked for another one from Ricardo, gets it, and eats a bro kick.
yeah. Which they're
So
trying to put over as this is something that Sheamus can hit out of nowhere when they were selling it as something Sheamus can hit out of nowhere.
right, yeah, he's. I mean, yeah, it's a kind of a weird way of planning that, but I'll take it.
We go to the back where Daniel Bryan and the cutest little travel-sized diva of them all. Seriously, you can fit that girl into an overhead luggage compartment. AJ are watching this promo, and Bryan is pissed. And Josh Matthews, the bravest man on television, goes up to ask him about night's loss, and Bryan doesn't say a word. He don't say shit, and that's where we.
He mad. He mad.
You mad, bro?
Very mad, and
Mad.
it is amid the crowd fucking exploding.
Yeah, the crowd is going yes, 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 and then we get Cody Rhodes versus Kofi Kingston.
Yeah,
Went into
this was
Dusty
kind
Rhodes
of
mode there, buddy.
definitely not really a match with a purpose. It was
Only purpose was for Big Show to come out and show us Cody Rhodes' most embarrassing another embarrassing moment from Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania.
yeah, basically just him getting punched in the face by the Big Show with accompanying slide whistle.
Yeah, and then we get Trouble in Paradise. I mean, it was a good match. It really was.
It was a nice little travel sized match. If
But
Let's-
it had It had no.
Making those comparisons.
We're just gonna describe everything as travel size now.
Making those comparisons.
We're just gonna describe everything as travel size now.
Yeah, because it was fucking short. It was like 2 minutes. Like they're
Okay, so what was Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania then? Fun size?
No. It was sample size at BJ's at BJ Warehouse.
no. Daniel Bryan and Sheamus was the equivalent of a nano machine.
Daniel Bryan versus.
It also was like a nano machine because of Deus Ex Machina, Daniel Bryan's reception with the crowd.
I'm more concerned about Iron Bite's intent to fit AJ into a suitcase.
Well,
as long as he's not trying to fit himself in there with her, I don't think have too much to be concerned about.
Okay, say so.
It's how you can save on airfare with her. Just, stuff her in the suitcase, put her in the overhead compartment, give her a little water, she's fine.
Huh?
Right.
Way too much thought into this.
Yeah, no kidding.
Where Mark Henry is kind of angry, and this brings in Abraham Washington. And I had to go.
Who cares?
Yeah. Apparently, the WWE realizes that Abraham Washington can't wrestle at all, so they're trying to make him into a manager.
Yeah, wait, Tifus. I have a question, Tifus. Did you recognize him?
Yeah.
Okay, Megafighter. Did you recognize him?
I have not seen enough of Abraham Washington to recognize him.
Yeah.
I think part of it was I couldn't tell his hair. I think
if you ever want to know who Abraham Washington is, look for the guy that Vince thinks looks like Obama.
Yeah, that's basically.
Yeah, because I believe his line is, "My name may not be Barack Obama, but it's time for you to make a change, Mark Henry."
Yeah.
Man, I really don't like that sort of, like, this is getting kind of political, but I never like that sort of social cult, like, where you associate the words fucking hope and change with him. But
I hate it because there's just no point to it.
Yeah, what change are you going to bring, Obama?
Yeah, my cat.
No. We're not getting political. We're
not getting political. Not that type of podcast. But we are a podcast that makes fun of Eve Torres and her heel and her heel turn. Oh wait, I don't care.
Her music does not fit her current.
Yeah, she basically only comes out here to verbally suck John Laurinaitis' cock.
I honestly do not care that Eve Torres. Oh, I manipulated Zack Ryder, and it was easy.
Well, you see, here's the thing, like, and it also kind of reveals how sort of dumb WWE can get sometimes when you have, like, your heel in the middle of the ring saying that, "Oh, I'm able to manipulate someone who's probably backstage watching it."
Yeah. Speaking of which, coming out next is The Miz versus Zack Ryder. But first, we have to see a video recap of The Rock thanking John Cena earlier tonight on Raw.
Oh yeah. They basically built this up with, like, little clips with, like, sort of. I don't know how you describe the music, but, like, very much like, oh, look at what Cena was saying before he lost.
Yeah.
And look where that got him. Yeah, like, I don't know how you describe the music.
It was very somber. The music was. Anyways,
kind of like Karmic Jeopardy music. I don't know.
So we got ourselves The Miz versus Zack Ryder, and Zack Ryder comes out of the gate fired up and basically puts it to The Miz.
Yeah, and I have a question, Tifus. What do you think of this?
I thought it was a good match. I just wish they had more for these guys to do, more serious for these guys to do. I'm ready to take Zack Ryder seriously.
Well,
I've been loving seeing Miz.
I honestly do think if they continue putting him up against The Miz, because really the only reason Zack Ryder lost tonight, lost this match, is because of one mistake.
Yeah.
And that was it. And really, we get a skull crushing finale, and Zack Ryder loses. But again, it was one mistake. One second. I definitely do think they're going to program Zack Ryder to be a more serious competitor. If they continue, I just want to see him go up against a great talker like The Miz, because Zack Ryder can cut a damn decent promo.
Oh yeah.
And now, the moment everybody was waiting for us to talk about.
John Cena, and I'll be as detailed as I can be about this promo because it was actually quite amusing. Like a lot of it was quite amusing from
Because
the brilliant crowd we had at this Raw, and also the way Cena responded to it, and like a lot of very amusing moments, a lot of very good Schadenfreude moments, and yeah, it was good. He basically starts off by saying like, "Oh, look at me, never thought I'd lose," and I bet you're all wondering if this will be the night where, after everything that's piled upon me, I'm gonna lash out at you.
nope.
And amid this, the crowd chants, "You're a loser," and Cena's like, "No, no, that's not gonna happen. I was a man. I'm a man. I was beaten, and I'll own up to it. I know my place. I was defeated." And basically, he thanks everyone who was with him. He's like, "This won't be. I'm not retiring because of this bullshit." And like, he's like, "Hey, there's Machine Gun Kelly," to which everyone boos the fuck out of that guy.
I didn't even know
Oh,
who
the
the guy was.
crack
That-
pack.
Yeah, the heroin user. I wow. Again, I said Schadenfreude. Yeah, like I mean, he reveled in it, but nonetheless, that didn't take it away. That guy was not appreciated, which I'm glad about. I will never stop saying that. He apologizes. Cena apologizes if he let anyone down, but he'll still try to be the best. And he says, "Rumor has it I'm about to call The Rock." Amid this, there are yes chants, yes chants, yes chants, and he kind of he goes through all this like he goes, "Yes, yes, yes, yes. You owe me, Daniel Bryan."
And also, the crowd chants, for whatever reason, we want Lesnar.
No, it's because you said it yourself. This is a smart crowd, and there was a picture of him arriving in Miami before WrestleMania. They
And
knew.
it's true. They were chanting, we want Lesnar, probably for that fact. Which makes what's going to happen, which happens at the end of this promo, a little ironic.
Not
Not
really.
ironic.
Okay, not really ironic.
He was there. It was no
Yeah.
secret.
Yeah,
It was prophetic.
yeah, it was prophetic. Thank you, Megafighter. I was searching for the wrong. I got the wrong word. But at the end of this promo, we're just because let's cut to the chase. Brock Lesnar is back, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yes. Basically, Cena says like, "I want to bring out The Rock so we could celebrate and so I can congratulate you." Waits for the entrance and rear that fucking
That guitar
yes.
riff. Brock
And
Lesnar.
again with the crowd, like and you call them smarks all you want, they were expecting this. They knew this was gonna happen, but they fucking went nuts.
Oh,
Like,
one guy. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen this GIF. It's Brock Lesnar. He powers up to Super Saiyan mode, and then they cut to another guy in the crowd who's got the Krillin hat
Krillin forehead.
and is trying to power up too, but just can't make it.
No, it's just how much of a supporter he is. Like how fucking like marked out he is for this moment. And Krillin's pretty much like the guy on the sideline who would mark out for how powerful his buddies were.
Yeah.
It's funny. Like it was a good react. They were chanting "Holy shit" throughout the entire time, and to which they had to mute the crowd quite a bit.
Just
And
just so anybody who doesn't know, Brock Lesnar, for a 2 year period back in the early to mid 2000s, I want to say, was one of the biggest monsters the WWE ever produced.
it was made 2002 to 2004.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it was part of Batch 2002.
yeah,
So
early 2000s, Brock Lesnar basically was pushed to the motherfucking moon.
And for to his credit, did stuff with it.
Oh
Like
yeah, in that
he definitely didn't disappoint. Like in
in
terms of
that
his
2 year
stuff, with Kurt
period,
Angle, his stuff with Big Show stuff.
he dragged quite possibly one of the best matches ever out of Big Show. Um, took it to the Undertaker, and at WrestleMania 19, beat Kurt Angle for the WWE Championship, and did one of the most amazing botches I've ever seen, in which he attempted a shooting star press from across the ring.
Yeah, I mean, I will say our audience knows full well about this. Like,
Okay.
we all know Brock Lesnar.
And then he went. Then he had.
Then he squeezed the life out of Hulk Hogan, ending his last full-time run with the WWE, and then he went on to a very successful NFL career, followed by a lackluster and mediocre MMA career.
No, you got that backwards. He went to
No,
a.
I didn't. No, I didn't. You can't tell me I got that backwards. I was
Hey,
there.
you forgot one thing. He also had that match with Goldberg that no one likes to remember.
Yeah, his last
Yeah,
match.
yeah, that was very shit. Lesnar was
The shittiest match of all time, and it happened at
like,
WrestleMania.
fuck Lesnar for that stuff,
And
and like his sort of his
oh.
misattributing like pretty much everything having
And
to
then,
do with the
and then
business
the
after.
second he was out the second he was out the door, he started shitting on the WWE in any media he could find. Anybody who was willing to hold a microphone in front of his face, he was there bashing the WWE as
Yeah.
much as he possibly could, because he really, honestly, he wanted to go out, make it big in the NFL. When that fell through, he went, I'm going to go to MMA, where he had a very successful career. Had a very unfortunate tattoo choice, which I'm sure we'll see in the weeks to come. But yeah, Brock Lesnar, he's back, and the F5 Cena to end the show.
Which, judging by the rumors, we'll get to him right now because SmackDown, like, it obviously doesn't further this; it just recaps it. The rumors from the dirt sheets. Keep in mind, there's a year ahead. Is that Brock Lesnar next WrestleMania is going to face The Rock for the title, and I personally am not for that.
I'm not either.
I mean,
Oh no.
and the idea of the feud with Cena is kind of misguided. Although, like, I think there's an element. I think the most ideal way for them to go with it would be, all right, you lost to The Rock, Cena. Now you're not exactly worthy of a rematch. In order to have one, you try to like go even further than that and try to best the man who not only you never beat, but who also took The Rock's title like hot off his debut.
Oh, there's also something else. John Cena created the FU, now the Attitude Adjustment, which was an insult to Lesnar's finisher, the F5.
Right.
And when John Cena basically broke out as the Doctor of Thugonomics.
Right. I mean, yeah, but like, I mean, not as much of an issue as it was like at the time, but like, I'm sure they'll throw in a nod, they'll reference it. But like Tifus, like I understand you're not as with this return as other people. I mean, like I see the potential in it.
What?
What?
Come back to the microphone.
No, I don't want to.
Come on, can you just give?
Get back here, you pussy.
But come back.
I don't want
Don't you
Look.
want to talk about Brock Lesnar? We need some kind of dissenting opinion.
to. No, my problem with Brock Lesnar is not only when he left, he just said, "Fuck you, I don't care. I'm not gonna bust my ass on my final match with Goldberg." And Goldberg did this too.
Yeah.
That's why they had the same final match in WWE. And it was a piece of shit. And the fans knew they were leaving, and the fans shat all over them because they weren't giving them a damn thing.
No.
And,
You're right.
And Brock, not only did he go around talking shit about WWE, he and Sable, his wife, former WWE diva Sable.
The original WWE diva.
No, that was
Sunny.
That was Sunny. Shut your whore mouth.
That was Mae
Sunny.
Young. You shut your whore mouth.
Megafighter, I will slap the lips off your face. The two of them, Brock and Sable, sued WWE for I can't even remember some reason I want to say it was libel, but I know I'm pretty sure that was not right. But they sued the WWE for nothing, over absolutely nothing, and after running their mouths, committing libel themselves, And WWE never wanted to have anything to do with it. And you know, it wasn't until Brock's MMA career was definitively winding down that he was like the big appeal to Brock Lesnar having never been defeated, being untouchable, being unbeatable in MMA was shattered, and all of a sudden he was looking for, hey, Vince, you want to do business again? Yeah, fuck you, dude. Fuck you. If there's anyone that John Cena could have spent the last year ranting on about how they don't give a flying fuck about the business, you know,
That might happen, you know?
yeah, but if there was anyone, as true as that might have seemed about with The Rock, it's definitely true with Brock Lesnar. This guy doesn't give a fuck about anything but the money. And okay, you know what? Make your money. I have no problem with that. But don't act like a bitch. Don't act like an entitled bitch.
Uh,
I don't give a flying fuck how big you are. I'll fucking tell that to you to your face, you asshole.
all right, you are. I mean, again, but do you think that good things could be done for the WWE with him around?
Oh, I'm sure they could. But as soon as he gets to greener pastures, he's going to leave again.
Well, considering the fact that his deal is for a year and he's only doing 32 appearances?
2 appearances a month.
Yeah, 2 appearances a month.
It's more than The Rock.
Yeah, it's more than the fucking Rock.
Yeah.
And they do have the option to negotiate for more. We'll see. We'll see. We will see what happens with Brock Lesnar. We will see if he can still go as best as he can back when he first debuted. And the only thing is, guys, we're gonna have to hear him talk in that voice.
Oh yeah, John Cena. I'm gonna tear you apart, John Cena.
God.
SmackDown. Shut your mouth. But yeah, again, I'll at least like see what's gonna happen with him, and the opportunity is still in the air for the proposed team of Punk Brock.
You know what I want to see? I want to see a feud between Brock Lesnar and Chris Jericho just so we can get Chris Jericho because I know he would fucking do it. Look Brock Lesnar in the eye and say, suffer and succotash.
Suffer and succotash. You're still wrestling? Oh God. So let's go to SmackDown. Oh God, SmackDown.
Yeah.
Let's kick off the laryngitis, the laryngitis. You know what? Fuck it. His new name is Johnny Ace, motherfucker. The Johnny Ace era.
It was the colloquial that since fucking Money in the Bank.
Yeah. This is a
What's
guy.
the matter, Iron Bite? Is Laurinaitis too hard to pronounce?
Yes, laryngitis is way too hard for Iron Bite to pronounce. Iron Bite shall now refer to himself as in the third person.
Iron Bite's gonna get punched in the face soon.
Possibly.
Yeah, oh my God, this is kind of really just a time filler opening segment with John Laurinaitis glorifying himself and David Otunga glorifying him,
and then beating out Teddy Long.
He was like, now there will be competent leadership for SmackDown. Hi, Booker T. Booker T looks at him frowning. Michael Cole is just
beside himself with glee. I really figured he was gonna jizz his pants on air at any second.
Yeah, Johnny Ace puts over his people power buzzword once again, calls out Teddy to thank him for all the years of service, and Teddy Long comes out very serious, not doing his dance. I wonder why.
Would you do your dance in front of John Laurinaitis?
Yeah. It would just be like, oh, you may have torn me down, but I'm still confident. I'm still content.
Do the dance of the free snakes in front of John Laurinaitis if need be.
Yeah, but nonetheless, Teddy Long he's like, I may be out of a job, Blair, but I've got one benefit. I got the freedom to tell you to go to hell. And basically, I mean, he pretty much told him to do that, like in the lead up to their.
Yeah, I hate to say it, Teddy Long, but you've been telling him to go to hell from the get go. Just yeah. Just keep on.
But yeah, basically he's like, oh, thanks everyone, thanks to the WWE universe. I hope everyone had as much fun watching SmackDown as he did being the GM, and he asked for a holla holla holla, and the fans give it right back to him. Um, basically he's about to leave, and John interrupts his music, and he's like, Teddy interrupted me. I want to give you a new job, and Teddy basically says, I'll tell you where you could put your new job, and he's like, come on, Teddy, your grandchildren that you never mentioned, they have college educations. I'm just gonna throw this out there as a stock fill-in line.
Yeah.
Are Teddy's children deadbeats or something?
I
No.
don't know, but
no.
Otunga is basically like, well, Teddy, WWE does have a college fund that you got for these children. Why do I sound kind of like Mike Tyson?
I
Keep
don't know.
going with it.
But yeah, and basically the college fund is in the hand of the SmackDown general manager for some reason.
Which means for a while there, Vicky Guerrero controlled Teddy Long's grandchildren's future. Funny, this didn't come up at that time. This is something a little bit new. Basically, Laurinaitis is offering Teddy Long a job, and he suggests that he takes it. Now, what is that job? You know, you know.
I don't know.
No, he didn't. They never tell us. But Laurinaitis just basically, says, you can trust me. My word is golden. Fool's gold, but okay. And basically, I just need you to do one thing for me. Tell me I'm better than you. And Long just goes, okay, player, you better than me. Wait, what was that? You better than me, player. And basically,
Yeah, we're doing more Teddy Long humiliation stuff.
yeah,
I thought he was gonna step
yeah.
down, but it turns out we're gonna
Start your new job. And Teddy Long's like, well, what is it? I don't know. Wait, what?
You'll reveal it next week. Everyone will care.
Oh, and by the way, guys, we forgot to mention this. John Laurinaitis has a theme song.
Oh yeah, it's how would you describe it? Sort of very important, man. Corporate.
Was it his dynamic dudes theme?
God only, to be honest with you, I barely remember the opening of SmackDown.
If it wasn't the dynamic dudes theme, I don't care.
I don't know. It sounded like it sounded like it was made in the '80s, but it was more of like some sort of like this Greek epic type.
Oh, there it is. Here it is. Well, I heard the opening to it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Somebody listened to it. But Laurinaitis basically says, "Hey, crowd, cheer for Teddy Long. Also tonight, you'll see Randy Orton taking on Kane with in no disqualifications. But right now, you'll see R-Truth take on David Otunga, who's wearing Wade Barrett's jacket, and Mark Henry." I don't care.
Yeah, fuck this match.
This match actually happens right up next, and I don't care because
yeah, it's basically what it is Mark Henry just making quick work of R-Truth while Otunga just does Chris Masters poses.
yeah, and then
Ugh.
gets the pin. And really, I didn't care because I don't care about David Otunga. I really don't care about Mark Henry, and R-Truth hurt John Morrison. I'm not the biggest fan of R-Truth, but
Otunga's been getting more comfortable in his role, but
yeah.
I don't like the fact that like he just has to show off how roided he is.
Yeah. Well,
Kind of kind of weird.
After this match, Kane comes racing out, and Otunga and Henry look at each other and go, black guys go this way. And gets the fuck out of there.
Yeah, they do hype the next week's SmackDown, which is a blast from the past, starring all the legends that they have on hand, like your Arn Anderson, your Roddy Piper, your Ted DiBiase, your IRS, that kind of thing. Tony Atlas.
Quite
They never said
possibly,
anything about IRS.
and quite possibly, guys. I mean, this is a legend show.
The thing is, though, if they brought in IRS, they'd have to bring Husky Harris out of SCW. So
We could also see.
They'll do that eventually. I know they are. I think they're also bringing his Serpentine brother.
Guys, we could also see Iron Sheik.
Yeah, maybe.
And also they're hyping this SmackDown as live.
Yeah, it's on Tuesday.
Yeah.
great.
So out next is
That.
Kane versus Randy Orton in a WrestleMania rematch, and I don't care.
And it's better than the WrestleMania match.
Well, yeah, it is better than the WrestleMania match, but
It
I
was
don't
brutal.
care.
They were pretty much started out. I believe they brawled to the back. They were really taking it to each other.
I think I've actually said this before. Randy Orton, when he's in a normal match, is okay, except for the fact that his rest hold really weakens his matches. But when he's in something that's like that can roam, those rest holds suddenly become walk holds, and they're interesting again. But I don't care about this feud. This feud is actually just a placeholder for Randy Orton versus Wade Barrett, who unfortunately Wade Barrett is out till August now.
I mean, hey, like I said, I was still cool with this match. I liked the struggle that Randy Orton had to give Kane the draping DDT. Like he tried it once, Kane blocked it. He tried it another time, like on the barrier, and he blocked it and gave him some offense. And then he did it. Then finally, he was able to sort of give it a nice coup de grace and like give it on the chair. But he took too long to cover him, so Kane kicks out, and then we have our finish involving the exposed turnbuckle and an RKO from out of nowhere, which nice close, but I mean, this was more entertaining match than the one they had at WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's not because it's not because Randy Orton won or Kane won or anything. It's just that you don't care about this feud enough because there's no reason to actually have this feud. It's just an excuse for Randy Orton to be doing something that doesn't involve the title until Wade Barrett's better and they can bring him in.
Yep.
So we go to commercial and we're actually going to see some footage of Sheamus next, and the footage is, of course, the 18-second World Heavyweight Championship
Yeah,
match.
to the point where you don't miss anything with the way they present it in just like still montages.
You could have just shown this match. We wouldn't. It would have been the same thing. And then they show Alberto Del Rio getting Baroque kicked in the face, and then we get our jobber of the night,
One Barry Stevens from Queens, who starts insulting the crowd.
and then apparently we have some WWE superstars backstage making fun of Barry Stevens.
Yeah,
And
which is stupid.
This brings back, no, literally, it brings back Skip Sheffield.
Who's now known as Ryback.
Yeah, right.
A little background behind that, although they didn't do it usually the same way. When Skip Sheffield uses the name Ryback, it's usually like from what I understand, like a Terminator type character, like a very stoic sort of brawler who will just fucking tear you apart. And the name comes from it's a portmanteau of Skip Sheffield's first name Ryan and the nickname everyone gave him since he was a kid, Silverback. So
he's got.
I just prefer to call him Ryback Van Dam due to the way his attire looks.
Oh yeah. You're right about that. He has a singlet with like a sort of skull with like psychedelic artwork around it.
Yeah.
Oh, good. So he went to RVD for his wrestling gear. Great.
Probably smells of pot too.
Yeah, probably does too. He's got a new finisher, a running fisherman suplex, which is not as good as I thought his old finisher of that stuttering lariat looked so devastating.
Oh yeah, that was a wonderful. He had a wonderful lariat. But yeah, it's like a weird fisherman suplex. Kind of looks like a muscle buster. Sorta. But nonetheless, the reason why they did this whole thing backstage wrong was that you want the wrestlers to kind of look at the TV like sort of stunned at this like guy with huge strength, and instead they're just making fun of the jobber.
Yeah.
And it kind of like someone mentioned this on the boards in the SmackDown topic, which surprise, surprise, almost got 10 pages. And yeah, like there's nothing much more to say. You want Ryback to look like a threat. You want the wrestlers to react to him. You want to create an air around him. But that wasn't emphasized enough. Certainly not as much as Tensai.
We've got Daniel Bryan.
Yep.
And I'm going to say this, the crowd is still chanting yes, even though the WWE tries their best to drown it out.
No. Here's the incongruity of the entire thing. They're all chanting yes. The fucking WWE camera people and production team are showing the people like raising their arms and lowering them like while chanting. They're showing the signs. They're showing like everyone supporting him, and you could hear in a very dull volume them chanting yes. You know that they're doing it. WWE is muting the crowd for some reason, and like the way what I would compare this to was the whole Ultimate Warrior, Hogan seeing Ultimate Warrior in the mirror. Everyone can do it, see it except Eric Bischoff. The writing's on the wall. Like everyone can pretty much tell what's going on, and yet for some reason they're still muting it. And also AJ acknowledges this in the promo when she tries to like give him a pep talk, tries to reassure him.
Well, I think it was Allie who said it. I think it was Allie who said it best. They jobbed Daniel Bryan so freaking hard, they turned him face. Okay.
Yeah, it's like Genghis said it another way. Basically, like he became like a martyr. Like everyone pretty much understood what happened and understood how unfair that was to him. But yeah, basically, Daniel Bryan starts out by saying like, if there's only one good thing about what happened at WrestleMania, it's that it got me thinking like about how everything was going so right for me, and then like in 18 seconds, everything went so wrong. Like just everything went off the tracks. And
Yeah.
AJ tries to reassure him. Basically says, "I think you're a great wrestler. I think you're a great person. I'm not the only one who thinks that." And look at all the yes signs. Look at all the chants. Like, did you hear him on Raw? And they're all supporting him. Daniel Bryan disagrees. He thinks that they're mocking him.
Well, here's the thing. The WWE wants to keep Daniel Bryan heel. Okay.
That actually is a good thing because like the more he fucking, it's the kind of thing where it's like I'm not gonna go on and compare it to The Rock. Like that's a little bit too hasty. But basically, like even when they were starting to cheer for him, like The Rock was sort of like, "Oh, so now you're like now you're coming crawling back or whatever." Or it's like I as far as I'm concerned, I don't give a crap what you guys think. And eventually, like with even greater support, he got the much deserved face turn. But nonetheless, I'm glad to see it happen. I hope it continues. The gist of this promo is what everyone predicted after the match. He's blaming everything on AJ.
But they're not doing it in such a way that he's being abusive, which hits a little close to home. But it's doing it in such a way that he blames everything on AJ, and he's like, "You're gone. Just get away."
It was like, yeah, you just had to steal. You just had to ruin it for me. You just had to have that kiss. Like that was the kiss of death for me. You're selfish. You're clingy. You cost me the greatest night of my life. And basically, he fucking says it's over between us. He shouts at her to get out of the ring. It was pretty intense to the point of being uncomfortable to watch. And I say that because I like AJ. So I guess I'm kind of reacting to him in the way they'd want it to happen.
But at the same time, like in Miami, as this is in Orlando, the crowd is chanting, "Na na na na."
Yeah, I don't. Ooh, that's very unfortunate.
It's like, how does wait what? Huh?
I can't explain it.
I
She's a
can't.
good wrestler. It's a delight to have her around, but like she's really the victim of this like
Yeah.
increased reaction that he's getting.
Yeah,
I hope they just don't toss her aside.
they probably.
But nonetheless, like this, quite a phenomenon that we've witnessed on Raw and SmackDown, and hopefully continues.
Hmm.
Cody Rhodes, after the break, Cody Rhodes joins the commentary team for our next match, which is Big Show versus Heath Slater. As we all know, there's a squash match. Come on, guys, it's Heath Slater. And really, the only thing notable about this was the fact that Big Show did a pounce.
Yeah. Apparently they're trying to really get over the fact that Big Show can move,
Yeah, because he can.
but
Understandable.
at the same time, yeah. Um, we do have Big Show versus Heath Slater. It's a Big Show puts Heath Slater down, but after the match, Big Show goes, "Come on in, Cody. We'll do some celebration of our own." And Cody Rhodes goes, "Yeah, bye." And then he just picks up Slater and then goes,
He's like, yeah, this is what's going to happen to you again.
and then gives him the W. But this brings in Cody Rhodes back in. It's like, now I'm gonna get him, and Big Show's like, "Hi," just with that big goofy grin of his, and yeah. Then they show the footage of Chris Jericho attacking CM Punk.
Uh-huh.
And apparently, the result of that is CM Punk has suffered some contusions on the back of his head.
But yeah, we have Bree sort of rubbing in Nikki's face that Teddy Long lost, and like this is this is what was supposed to happen. Like I told you,
They've done this.
Shut up.
Johnny Ace basically says, "I'm going to put you in a match with Beth Phoenix." I guess just to be a dick. Sheamus walks in. Johnny Ace addresses him and says, basically, the era of people power means that like we're going to be determining everything through sportsmanship and professionalism, and that I'll make sure that when you face Alberto Del Rio tonight, I'm going to have you face to face when it starts.
Yeah,
Obviously referring to the whole Daniel
yeah.
Bryan thing.
And then Sheamus goes into a story about how a cousin of his,
Yeah, he's bringing back the whole like old country relative promo.
you know what? I like those from Sheamus. I
Yeah,
don't know
fun.
why, but I love it when he does some stories. It, I don't know why either. Okay, I really don't know why I love the Sheamus story promos.
It's his charisma, really. He knows how to sell this stuff.
Yeah, I guess so.
Mm.
Still with us, Tiffus?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, good, because we got a Beth Phoenix match
Okay.
with Nikki Bella
And
and Kelly Kelly.
and
That's about it. I figured you would have run away by now.
no, actually, I have no problem with the Bellas wrestling Beth Phoenix. Not even if it was for the title, honestly.
Okay.
My problem with this match is the finish.
Yeah. Once again,
My problem with the match is that I didn't remember exactly how it was because it was a throwaway Divas match on SmackDown, and the results that I'm reading has a very weird mix-up where Nikki Bella gets the X Factor for the 3 count, but the winner's Beth Phoenix.
Yeah.
I guess that's what they wanted to have happen, but it didn't.
No, who cares?
Nikki wins with a little distraction from Kelly Kelly because apparently Beth is still feuding with Kelly Kelly. Why? We don't know.
Because they need to use Kelly Kelly for something.
Yeah. And then Nikki hits the X Factor for the win, and then we here at the Dark Match would like to say thank you to Chief Jay Strongbow, who passed away this week,
Yes.
for his illustrious career. And they do a very nice video package for him. It will probably air also on Raw. But we go to commercial break, and we come back. We have a new guy debuting.
Straight from FCW, former FCW heavyweight champion Damian Sando. And Robert GBP from the boards did mention that, like, with his attire and with his promo, he kind of reminds him of mid '90s era crazy Bob Backlund when he was challenging Diesel and Bret Hart and just basically running roughshod, like putting people in the crossface chicken wing, like cutting all these verbose promos. Sometimes he used those words right, sometimes he didn't. Damian Sando is more of the verbosity and less of the craziness. He's basically says entertainment used to be a valuable thing in people's lives, and it represented good ethics, it represented good morals, and now there's no more of that, no more social or educational value, and we can't be entertained by Shakespeare and Mozart anymore. We're now entertained by Desperate Housewives. Yeah, that's not a dated reference, and Jersey Shore. So I am here to save everyone with my.
So he's basically setting himself up to be Dean Ambrose's tag team partner.
Yeah, maybe. Except like, yeah, we'll wait a little while for Dean Ambrose, and he's gonna rescue everyone from the ignorance. And you're welcome, everyone. He took Perry Saturn's line.
Yep.
I would have preferred someone taking Sean O'Hare's tagline, but you know what? That would just get them blocked in the invisible cage up above the ring.
It'd be funny if Dean Ambrose took it.
Yeah. So we then get to see footage of John Cena getting F5 by Lesnar. We learn that they're still doing guest stars on Monday Night Raw, and it's the Stooges.
I'm seriously hoping they get the Jonah Hill.
Yeah.
A movie that doesn't need the only reason this movie is coming out is because Will Sasso plays a mean Curly, and I don't care. And then we get Ricardo Rodriguez to finally introduce
Finally.
Alberto Del Rio. I missed that.
Okay.
I missed that entrance. And they do put over the fact that this is Del Rio's first televised match of 2012 and his first match in over 6 months.
Yeah, wow, he's been gone for quite a while, and unfortunately, like, his return really isn't that momentous.
No,
I hate to say, I'd have rather, instead of him returning, I'd rather Ricardo Rodriguez transitioning into a full-time wrestler, but he can't have everything. I still like Alberto Del Rio. He still looked pretty good. Like, he was taking everything that Sheamus gave him, and Sheamus gave him a lot.
Yeah. The only problem is the finish of this match is an Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, vaguely Eddie Guerrero.
Vaguely Eddie Guerrero. And Alberto Del Rio wins by disqualification, wins a win, and will be getting, as the stipulation stated, will be getting a World Heavyweight Championship shot sometime soon.
Yep. Maybe Extreme Rules. Maybe SmackDown. Who knows?
And then Sheamus just Baroque kicks the ref's head off.
Pretty much.
That was SmackDown.
That's SmackDown. I mean, okay, it had its highs, it had its lows, but it's SmackDown. Oh, God.
Yep. I mean, pretty decent week after WrestleMania. Sometimes Fallout shows are just promo, but like this had quite a bit of action. Like CM Punk versus Mark Henry on Raw was fabulous.
Better than what I thought it was going to be.
There was definitely some good on SmackDown, although most of the matches were short. It was interesting to see Ryback's debut, although they handled it a little bit poorly. It was interesting to see Tensai's debut. That was much better. Damian Sandow, we're gonna welcome. They have a fucking laundry list of talented people that they're gonna bring up from FCW, the likes of which include Tyler Black and Dean Ambrose and Claudio Castagnoli and Richie Steamboat, or as we like to call him, Dick Blood Jr.
Unfortunately,
Dick blood. Dick blood.
Dick Blood.
this does mean we will
should've-
have to say goodbye to some longtime jobbers, because the WWE cleanup is rumored.
Yeah. We're gonna get some spring cleaning going. I wouldn't be surprised to see people like Justin Gabriel, Ezekiel Jackson,
And I'll actually be sorry to see.
Jinder Mahal. Won't be sorry to see him go.
Well,
Up.
I'm just going to go out right here and say we will not be saying goodbye to Justin Gabriel just yet. I think he's still got another year at least, but isn't he out on injury? Yeah, he's out on injury. I do
No,
think
he's not. No, he's not out on injury.
yeah, he is. Hold on a
No,
second.
he just teamed with Tyson Kidd at the WrestleMania Dark match.
Oh, and he got hurt there.
Did he?
That's
No,
right.
it's just 6 weeks. But again, I wouldn't put it past them to get rid of him.
They have sent people. They have cut people. They have cut people before. Do definitely say goodbye to JTG.
Finally.
Yeah, finally. How that guy should. I mean, I'm pretty sure people are like, going, wait, he's still employed.
Deadly.
Yoshimitsu probably will be going away. Most of the chicks from the NXT Divas edition will probably get swept away. God, help me out here, guys. Anything more? Anybody more that you can think of?
Not really. I mean, it's gonna be like, what's all these guys doing in the Impact Zone? Unless most of them are sane, at which point they'll be just going to the Indies.
Yeah, but either way, I'm still looking forward to the coming weeks, Monday and Tuesdays, Raw and SmackDown respectively.
Mm-hmm. And don't forget that they will probably replay the live SmackDown on Friday.
And of course, one thing I'll be waiting for is if the Daniel Bryan buzz will still be going around.
Yeah, as I said before, the Raw and SmackDown will be in the DC area, and I gotta say, my town, not smarky a lot, but at the same time, they did shit all over capital punishment. So, give them credit where credit's due. So yeah, look for that. It's going to be interesting next week. So what gets more screen time than John Morrison?
Well, yes, chance of yes, no, Daniel Bryan, C, we want Lesnar, and holy shit, get more screen time than John Morrison.
Way to take all the good ones in one. Jeez.
There was
Asshole.
more. There was more.
Fucker.
Megafighter?
Lord Tenzai's badass Japanese face tattoos get more screen time than John Morrison.
Oh, way to take mine. Keep us.
Tiefus?
I got nothing for this one.
Are you sure?
Kelly ruining what could have been an actually surprisingly decent Divas title match, even though it wasn't even for the title. Divas match.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, there you go.
Because honestly, as bland as they are at acting, the Bellas can wrestle.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with gimmicked whiskey bottles that were too gimmicked to actually be used. Get more screen time than John Morrison. Yeah, I think that'll be it.
Yeah, that's it for the WWE edition of Dark Match for this week. I'm Christopher Says, Dark Match's Soul Hacker.
Really? I'm Iron Bite.
Wasn't that your original name?
Nah, just my original Skype name. It has no purpose since that fucking translation patch is never going to be released anyway.
I'm sorry.
I'm Megafighter Free.
I'm Tiefus.
Good night.
Good night.
And good luck.
Play that theme music.